So we are standing here on Thayer Street in Providence, Rhode Island. Climate Action, CARI, is here on Thayer Street. They're going to do a mini march down Thayer to Chase, Manhattan. They're calling it the Toxic Bank, the #1 funder of tar sand oil, where they're going to do a little bit of street theater, street action. We're going to march with them and give you a little snapshot. If you're listening to the Coalition on the Coalition Radio Network. After we're done here at 2 o'clock, there is a governor's press conference. If you're listening live, give us a shout out. Type in a comment who you are and where you're calling from. Let us know how the sound quality is. That aspect is always an adventure when you're standing on a side street somewhere. There'll be a little music. And here we go.
Kendra, what do you think is
but moderated by somebody who is a professional and lives out of state. Because there are too many big characters in our county within it in different factions.
Is that happening?
Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Stand up. Stand up for your life. Stand up for your life. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Stand up. Stand up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Stand up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Stand up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Stand up, stand up. Stand up for your rights.
You look like you fit right in.
Stand up, don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil. No more gas. No more oil. Keep your poison in the soil.
Honestly, you can just show up one day. Right, their white bag right there. You have their white bag. I know, but I can't. Step
take us up to 2% centigrade, which would be terrible. This doesn't have to happen if they stop pumping more fossil fuels into the system. So we're here today to deliver this petition, tell them to stop exploring more, start phasing out the others. The scientists say, okay, someone needs to help Daniel. Okay, this is the petition being rolled out here. This is actually just a portion of it. It's 155,000 names of people like ourselves who want the planet not to just be choked with floods and hurricanes and fires. So we're going to deliver this. They don't want us to come in. The bank has already told us that they don't want us to come in. We want us to go in and present them this petition. So we're going to go to the front door and see if they'll come talk to us at least. Otherwise we'll do something else. So, all right. All right, let's bring the petition back. There it goes. Okay, David, let's bring it back. See if they'll come talk to us.
How about this one? It's bigger and louder.
Okay. I'm actually going to knock on the door here.
I don't know where the skid should be. I guess it's
What?
right here.
Oh, you're filming? Yeah.
For the what? The skid.
Well, they asked us not to go in. I don't want to risk arrest. We've been told by the police already. So.
And the backstage will be right there.
Oh. I'm in the media.
I can't have you in here, I'm sorry.
What are you afraid of?
Be in the outside.
What are you afraid of? You're filming me. I'll film you. What's your name? And what position are you at the bank?
Senator Kendra Anderson. Sorry, they're still rolling it up. Sorry. So Kendra, you want the? Here you go.
Well, okay, this is the first.
Kendra is the former president of Climate Action Rhode Island and now a state senator. Thank you, Kendra.
Okay. Hi. If there's anything.
All right,
Hi, everyone. I was going to print off what I was going to say because I'm older and that's how I operate, but I have it on my phone if I can find it. I don't know, my words were probably written better than what I'm going to say because I can't find it. But yesterday or the day before, I was listening to BBC News, and there was a survey that they and several other universities had done through Bath University, surveying 10,000 youth from ages 16 to 25. And the answers on that survey, what these young people expressed was devastatingly sad. Most all of them, 70%, felt that their world would not be something, it would be inhabitable. Is that the word? Anyway, so they were sad, grief-stricken, angry, and just had no hope. They also talked about the film, the Avengers film, Infinity War, and how in that film, Thanos Thanos wants to kill off 50% of the people in the world so he can end suffering, so that the limited resources we have are usable. It seems that that's already happening, that the rich and the powerful are trying to kill off 50% of this population, young people, people in frontline communities, people of color, just so the resources we still have will last for those who are privileged enough to have them. Well, I'm a politician. As much as I don't like that position, I do know that it comes with power, and I accept that power. And what I am absolutely devastated about is what young people are facing today. And we cannot sacrifice any populations, any animals, any rivers, any ocean, streams, forests, just so a lucky, privileged few can live on this earth. Thank you. So I am working within a structure that doesn't always move at lightning speed. We need to really, all of you need to continue to work in communities, to continue in these supportive communities, but you need to push us, push every single politician to do more, to understand the gravity of the situation. Because I think they think we still have time, but we don't have time. And it's wonderful, this protest at Chase Bank, because they're very much a part of the problem. Thank you for your work. It's amazing. And I'll turn this over to Brian.
Okay, we're going to see if they're not going to let us come in, because I don't want to get arrested today. So we'll see if they'll come and take our petition. When they come out, the bank manager, we have a petition for them.
I can bring it to them.
We can ask them if they'll come out.
They don't. They already told me.
They don't want to come out. Okay.
Officer,
All right.
what seems to be the problem? Why are Pat Ford, I'm in the media? Why won't they actually? And I'm not criticizing you at all. But what's the problem here? Why have they evoked fear, or have they evoked? What have they said?
No, I think they are not comfortable with letting people inside, and they feel it's going to disrupt their business.
Well, we understand that, but why won't they come outside?
I can't answer that.
I understand.
I'm just trying to make sure
No,
everything's civil. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I understand completely.
So,
Thank you.
guys are more than welcome to do your thing as long as you're not interrupting their business and blocking the entranceways. We're not here to stop you. So,
All right, fair enough.
all right.
Okay, Chase Bank is not going to come out. They don't want us to come in, and the police are ready to arrest us if we go. So we're not going to go in. But we are going to leave them something to look at on their windows. If someone can help Dave there. Can someone help Dave? Okay.
Pick somebody.
So,
Who should I use instead? Who should I use?
Hundreds of banks.
Okay, I'll look at go cancel this.
okay.
Hey, I'm gonna wait for him to come out. If they won't come out, right? Jamie Dimon's here.
Okay, if everybody wants to pull up here, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase Bank, is showing up, and he's right here. So
Get him!
come on over.
Hey, Jamie.
Wow, look, oh, look, excuse me. I must say that's a very nice shirt you have there. Did you get it on Amazon?
Why, yes, I did, huh?
Well, you're perfect for a credit card from our corporate sponsor, you guessed it, Amazon! You can redeem your points for anything under the sun, and if you've got Prime, you get 5% off your purchases. Terms and conditions apply.
Really?
I'll take 2. There you go. Oh boy. Oh, here comes my next mark. Excuse me, sir.
What?
Oh, let me help you. I'll have my underlings help you. Yes, okay. I've got a great offer for you.
What? I'm sorry, I'm just reading the newspaper and I'm reading about floods, I'm reading about wildfires, people drowning in basements in the Queens, and I don't know what's going on. I am freaked out.
Just stop reading that bad juju. What you need is a vacation to a faraway place where none of that matters. What you need is a trip to the Baja on Southwest Airlines. Huh? No? Okay. Oh, I know. How about a trip to the Bahamas on British Airways? No? United Airlines?
No.
Oh, wait. I got one more. Ireland. Lucky Ireland. How about a credit card Chase sponsored from Air Lincoln?
No. I don't want your points. I don't want your money. I don't want anything to do with this bank. I don't want your credit cards. I will never bank there. You're a hopeless bank. You're a terrible bank.
Yeah!
Listen, I think you're taking these headlines about hurricanes and wildfires and flooding and people drowning in basement apartments in Queens a little too seriously.
Well,
here at Chase Bank, we like to make sure that you have everything you need in terms of credit. Did you say
Mike, check.
Mike, Jack.
Jamie Dimon.
Jamie Dimon!
And the Chase Bank Board of Directors.
And the Chase Bank Board of Directors!
The people hereby charge you.
The people hereby charge you.
With crimes against the planet.
With crimes against the planet.
You will be judged by a jury of your peers.
You will be judged by a jury of your peers.
Wait. How about redeeming your points for a fire extinguisher? Or maybe a raft to float down flooded rivers? How about burial services?
No.
Take her away.
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you
What do we want?
Lock her up.
Climate justice.
Lock her up.
Now!
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice!
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate
When
justice.
do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Next year?
No.
Next month?
No.
Next week?
No.
When?
No.
Now?
No.
Now?
No.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Thank you, David. Aaron Reagan. Regunberg is a longtime activist. He's also a former state rep, and he's going to say a few words.
All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andy Regunberg. I'm here today, like all of you, because we have a very simple choice, right? Either we can maintain human civilization on this, our one and only planet, or we can allow corporations like JP Morgan Chase to continue to fund and finance climate apocalypse. We cannot have both. We cannot have both. And that's not rhetoric, right? That's not like an overblown statement for dramatic effect. That's a statement that is literally nothing more than basic empirical fact. Brian was talking about this. An article just came out in the academic journal Nature, finding that to have a 50% chance of keeping global warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius, 60% of current, not even talking about new or future, current oil and gas reserves need to be kept in the ground. It is a real testament to just how out of whack our politics are, that keep it in the ground is somehow seen as a radical demand rather than just the literal science of what is necessary to avert utter catastrophe. So there's a lot to be fearful of right now. But we also know there's a whole lot to be hopeful about in our climate movement right now. As some of you know, I'm in my final year of law school, finally, at Harvard, which just last week announced that they are divesting their endowment, which is the largest in the world, from fossil fuels. I did a little bit of work on the divestment legal complaint that students filed just this spring, and I cannot overemphasize to you how unbelievably unlikely this victory seemed to me just a few months ago, right? But it happened. It happened. People power beat the fossil fuel empire at the wealthiest institution on the planet. And let me guarantee you, people power can beat the fossil fuel empire at financial institutions like JP Morgan Chase and Chase Bank, thanks to campaigns and organizing like this. It can happen. It has to happen. And you know what? The most satisfying thing that can happen when you're in a movement together, right, is watching "we will never do that" turn into "we were planning to do that all along," right? Mark my words, the day will come when we will hear that Chase Bank is cutting its financing ties to projects like Line 3. And when they do, they're going to say, "We were going to do this all along," just like Harvard did last week. That is the work that we are a part of, right? We are turning the impossible into the inevitable. And it's not easy, and it doesn't happen on its own, right? And that's why we're here today, and that's why we are going to continue to show up, to speak out, to put our bodies on the line, because our future is worth it.
Thank you, Aaron. You'll notice on the back of these yellow sheets, there are other places to do your banking and to get your credit cards. So there's lots of places: Green America, Visa, Aspiration.com, credit unions. Any credit union is better than these big banks. Washington Trust is there. So pass this around, get these out to as many people as possible. We also have a pledge, which we'll send out, where people can pledge that they will not do any banking with Chase for the rest until they change their ways. So that's coming up. Marsha, are you all set? This is Marsha Taylor, who's our new musical director, theater director, among other things. We're going to wrap it up now. There's going to be a photo at the end. People can, when March is done, if we can just quickly pull together here and take a quick photo. Thank you all so much for coming. You know, we are not alone here on Thayer Street. There are people all over this country protesting and making a stink about fossil fuel extraction. It's all leading up to the Glasgow Summit, which is coming in November. And we will be pushing Chase and other banks and governments to announce much stronger steps to stop the burning of fossil fuels. We're in a long-time campaign, boys and girls. This is not going to come easy, and it's not going to come quickly, but we have no choice. We must keep fighting if we care about planet Earth and if we care about living here. So there's lots of stuff to be done. We are Climate Action Rhode Island. You can find us under the acronym CARI, C-A-R-I. Lots of things going on. We've got overpass protests on Route 95, and here's David to tell us about one coming up tonight.
Thanks, Marshall. So tonight we'll have another one of our ongoing overpass protests against fossil fuels. So again, tonight another overpass protest against fossil fuels will be on the Route 95 overpass on Lawrence Street. So you take go to 411 Doric Avenue, that's 411 Doric Avenue, to join us. It starts at 5 o'clock and goes to 6:30, and we get a lot of exposure, so hopefully you'll be able to join us tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Marcia, we all done? Okay. There's one more thing. There's a protest similar to this Friday in South Kingstown in Wakefield, where they're delivering this petition. This, by the way, is only a small part of the petition. 155,000 names would have been 450 feet long of that type of paper. So we just ordered half of it, and this is only a portion of it. So we're going to deliver portions to each one of these banks. We're going to leave that there for them to see. So let them deal with it. They won't come out. They won't let us come in. They can come out and get it. They will. So want to do a quick photo. Can we gather? I don't know. Let's gather right here. Maybe face the screen. Roberti, are you all set? And thanks for coming.
Yeah, we could. Want to go in front? Yeah, in front. Yeah. Yes. Group.
The arrow is fantastic, by the way.
It is. Watch your back. Get quick.
Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
Okay, thank you.
This all right?
Wasn't that fun? Thank you.
Hey, no problem. You can watch it tonight on, or actually in a little bit on Facebook.com/The Coalition Radio. I'm all set, thanks.
Thank you. Which radio?
Coalition?
Not there. Thank you.
Oh, we're on Facebook at that. No, I understand. Thank you.
So
All set.
do it wherever. Add a few tunes before and after. Show up at the whole farmers market.
No, I'm in the media. I can't. Sorry. I understand that. Senator Anderson? All right, thank you.
This is something we can take off
I'm also.
free.
Thank you.
Do you need help carrying all these bags?
Senator Anderson, you have a second?
Hi, how you doing? Good. Is in law school?
Hi, how are you?
Well, how are you?
Great. Bear with me a second here. Get all adjusted here. I don't think we've met.
I don't think formally, but I remember you so clearly at the National Grid water fire projection.
Oh yeah, that
was quite an exciting night.
That was some amazing street theater, if you will. I don't know what you would call it, but the constant projections, the ability to squirrel in there, and befuddle, if you will, the organizers on what was clearly a corporate-driven night. And to project that message, that was...
And the coordination of everyone on the bridge and all the organizations that got together, the unfurling of the banners as the gongs were being... I loved it.
And I'm not
one of my favorite nights.
I'm not trying to patronize you when I say this, but as someone whose first protest was at, I believe, at the age of 8, at the war moratoriums in Bryant Park, and then worked in and grew up politically around the ACT UP engagements in Manhattan during the peak of, well, it hasn't ended, but the HIV crisis at its little peak. That was singularly impressive that evening. So I have...
My first protest was at 13, a sit-in at the Gordon School against the war in this early 70s, and then I went on to work for Roe versus Wade and ERA in the 70s.
Right. So Rhode Island is a special place for radicals of all stripes to come home to root.
It's what?
Rhode Island is a special place for radical politics. It's one of the few homages we still give to Roger Williams and the intent of the founders. So this, your political roots in terms of Rhode Island and your rise to public office, if you will, are firmly based in this movement. Tell us a little bit about that. How CARI started in Rhode Island, and what its ultimate goal is.
And actually, my roots do start, earlier but based in activism from my parents.
Right.
But then I got involved. I was working on a project for National Grid and not happy with what was going on. And I decided to get involved with this group that I think had 3 members in 2017, helping them with, I just wanted to get back into more activism.
Right.
So I bonded with Justin and another member, and we started around her kitchen table, her dining room table, and that's where the birth of CARI happened.
Right.
Yeah. And from there we grew. We really struggled with our identity at first. All we knew was something had to be done for climate change. We knew the huge impact it was having already. We knew how it was hurting frontline communities here in Providence, and we just kept working, kept refining our message, and kept doing what we could until we started gelling. With this protest, we helped with Providence PVD, no LNG and PVD. We fumbled there too, but we just did what we could.
Right. No, understand that there's wins. When you're an activist, there's wins and losses.
Yeah.
You have to savor the wins to get you through the long night of some of the losses.
Definitely.
You're now in the Rhode Island legislature. You alluded to its glacial progress. I'm kind of paraphrasing there. I hope that's a fair characterization. They move slowly. But what's your take on the current, if you will, environment politically about climate change and about activism in general?
Well, certainly it has changed. The reason I got into the race, I was challenging an extremely accomplished and powerful senator, and I didn't think I would win. But why I got into the race was to start talking about this, that we needed to have a conversation, a very serious and productive conversation about climate change and environmental issues. So I forced it and made that my prime issue. But what happened during that election cycle is other people did the same. The progressive movement did grow. The messages people started realizing they were important to a large majority of people. So my election changed a little. I got into the Senate, and what we saw was the agenda changed. The agenda did reflect the election of 2020, and the leadership was on board for some of it. I am not sure that we can get to the scale of the change we need with the current leadership, that we need new, younger voices in the General Assembly that aren't as corporately connected. And that's very important to me. I nominated, or did the seconding of a nomination for Gail Golden, because I felt that we needed new leadership, and that's key. Otherwise, you get iced out of conversations.
Right.
You're not really a part of the change. But I am very happy to say that there was change, and there is no way I would ever not appreciate that. The Act on Climate, in the Senate we had some bills move forward that were really important. 100% renewable electricity. So many important bills.
Any Gail Golden now has left the building, if you will. Any comments on that race, or are you staying neutral?
No, I'm not staying neutral. I am, in fact, supporting the CARI supported candidate, Gina Pham.
Yep.
I have been actively canvassing for her because I believe she is part of the change we're looking for, that she will not go in lockstep with our current leadership, but challenge them when it's needed. And I don't challenge people just for the sake of challenging. I want to see real structural and systemic change within our elected bodies.
One quick issue and then a question unrelated to climate change. There is legislation was pending in this last session for the closure of something called Highside, which is the maximum security facility, particularly focusing on the ending of solitary confinement here in the state.
Yeah.
This week, as we speak, for example, HCI is having Guards Week. Take your I'm going to betray a little political leaning here. I'm not supposed to, but take your children to an instrument of actual state torture. Thoughts on ending solitary confinement?
Absolutely, it should be. It's inhumane. Is this a relic of medieval times? I mean, this is not something that I think is effective. We have mental health issues within our criminal justice system. Mental health issues haven't even been addressed, never mind creating more. So I am definitely on board for ending that.
And then what, if you were to pick out one legislative priority, for example, if in fact there is a special session or the next session, what is that? What are you going to get your full energy behind?
Boy, that is difficult, but I would say that it mostly has to do with climate change and the intersectionality of climate change. So housing is a very big issue in that. I would say legislation that addresses all these issues in a Green New Deal fashion. It's become a bad word or a bad phrase, but in a holistic, intersectional way. So there was legislation written that did address certain parts of what this climate crisis has caused for everyone.
Thank you very much, Senator Anderson from Warwick, as we say, making the trip north to Thayer Street in Providence to let her voice be heard, if you will, on the Line 3 funding by your special friends at Chase Manhattan Bank. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.